Each of the Heads Together charity partners reported a significant rise in people contacting them following the launch of the Heads Together marathon, the Prince Harry interview, and the actual marathon. Mind experienced 58% more calls than normal, with Best Beginnings seeing 105% increase in app downloads and Place 2B noting a 148% boost in downloads of their school resources. Of those surveyed, 68% of people would now speak to a family member, 64% to a friend and 25% to a doctor. Just 2% would choose to speak to their HR department, 7% to a work supervisor and 24% to a colleague. Heads Together have now singled out several areas for particular attention in the coming months: men, the workplace and the military. Proclaiming the depth of the figures amazing, the Duke said there was a lot to process. Reading findings that 3/4 of suicides in the UK are men, he added that's still a worrying statistic though, it really is. Pointing out the 68% of people who said they can now talk to family about mental health, he said this also shows that support at home is quite key. Isn't it at the beginning, we were trying to understand why at home people weren't sharing some of their problems. If we've at least made a big impression there, we can work on the wider societal aspects. But I think it all has to start at home. If you can't even have a conversation with your loved ones, there's no way you're going to go to HR at work. He added the only thing, trying to extrapolate the data from this, is that these individuals who have spoken have probably got reasonably good support network around them. Are we missing a whole set of people who have either been in case or who have had very bad experiences at young ages, who have bad mental health already? How do we affect that demographic? Speaking of the future work of the Royal Foundation, which will include the £2 million investment, the Duke said, I suppose it's finding a metaphorical barrier to get people towards. I can imagine if you're not in some of these categories you can spend your life missing opportunities to be helped. We've got to somehow catch people in their daily life to bring them into the fold and give them the help they need. After viewing a presentation, which included video footage of the Duke, Duchess and Prince Harry racing one another as they launched the Heads Together marathon, he asked experts whether they felt they had yet been enough impact in schools. You'd struggle to find a parent out there who wouldn't want the well-being of their child to be taken care of at school, he said.